Всем привет.
Привет.
I think we both agreed that привет is international word, right?
Is a which word?
Привет.
We agreed that it is a which word?
I said, I think we both agreed on the word привет. It's like international one, so we can easily use it, right?
I guess you're trying to internationalize the Russian language, right?
We just said greetings to each other on Russian.
How dare you?
Oh my God. Hello.
Okay. Hi. How are you? Okay, let's wait for 1 more minute. Yeah, we have some very interesting news today.
Hello, what's up?
Hi, Stepan. How are you?
Doing good, thanks. How are you?
Fine, absolutely fine. Hopefully. I'm a bit sad because it's autumn in Moscow. It's not the prettiest time to stay here, and the weather is yucky. but anyway,
Same thought, absolutely.
Yeah.
Waiting for Babье Лето next week.
Hopefully. So where's everyone? Okay. So not too many people attend these days.
I think we're sleeping. Bad weather.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so let's start. So we are few, but the most motivated guys. So welcome everyone to 49th weekly DeFi governance call. So we have a not very big, but rather important agenda for today. So let me traditionally start with the contest updates. Yeah, the survivors. Yeah, so actually we have another contest that switched to the voting stage. It is a distributor validator oracle contest. So there is only one submission from the pro vendor team, and this submission, I think it's very decent in any case. And Prevent the team promised to run a demo tomorrow at 6 p.m. Moscow time. So I will make an additional announcement in the public group. So if you are a juror, so please do not hesitate to come and ask your questions and scrutinize those guys. So in any case, it is done for you to better understand what's going on in the submission. The next contest that is coming to its end is the Freeton DEX implementation stage 3. Actually, 4 days left for to make a submission, and 15 days left until the second stage of the Freeton self-sovereign identity framework is over. Yeah, so and by the way, in all this day-to-day routine, we forgot about one small but important event. So actually on the 10th of September last year, the DeFi sub-governance was approved by the main governance. So actually, we have celebrated 1 year of our sub-governance. So let's clap to each other because it's a very important stuff. Yeah. So congrats, everyone. We've done a lot. So we've hosted over few dozens of contests. We have created with efforts of a community a lot of good solutions. And in my opinion, DeFi sub-governance is one of the most performing ones in all the Freeton. And this is all because of you, because of those who participate in contests. So and that's great. That's actually great. And I really love your passion and will do my best to keep it as long as possible. Yes, unfortunately, I don't have a cake with me, but just let it be an imaginary cake with one candle. So, let's just make a wish. All right then. So let's get back to business and so move on. So actually, we have one contest that is ST-Tone that is finally ended and collected the quorum, and we have a winner. So and all of you know this winner. So now we need to make the payments. Actually, I think that I will do the calculation tomorrow morning or maybe this evening, and let's plan the payment for Monday. How do you feel if it's possible?
Good.
Good. All right. Yeah, I just want to recall that now we have 24 hours approval for transactions, so it's no obligation to stay just within the tough framework of 1 hour to sign everything, and that's very good. Next big update, and it's really huge, is that we finally, the Broxus team has deployed the DAO of a new bridge, and it was a tremendous operation involving over 10 people who were deploying dozens of contracts to Freeton and Ethereum.
Not dozens, hundreds.
Hundreds, yeah. No, not dozens of contracts, but hundreds of attempts. So actually, as you know, everything goes wrong when you try to deploy it into Freeton. And yeah, so the guys spent almost a week to release the DAO, and finally it's in production, and we will be gradually switching the current bridge to a new one. So the next stage will be to test everything in the mainnet, to test the token transfer, and if everything is fine, after that we will start switching current token debtors to a new bridge. And the bridge was audited by a reputable firm, so and hopefully we will publish the result of the audit soon. So yeah, we are coming to a new era with a new fully decentralized bridge, and Sergey will tell about this just in a while. And we will be also grateful to everyone who will join us in testing of this new solution. So, and just keep an eye for announcements. Sergey, can you please maybe tell a bit more about your plan for adding new relayers to the bridge?
Yes. So we only deployed DAO, and during 2 weeks we will move multi-sig signature for different smart contracts in bridge and in TonSwap, maybe to under relay. Now we launch only Broxus relay, 13 relays. It's a minimum for consensus. And I hope after 2 weeks, we will add first 8 independent relays. And in October, second 8 independent relays after testing and first bridge epic. Bridge epic, it's some movements with funds, with farming. And usually it will be for some months, but for testing, of course, we will do quickly, and we will use some strategies from your finance for testing. And for it, we will increase different strategy in different networks. Most of all, our architecture will supply all EVM network, and we're ready to launch easy all EVM network. And I think after testing and all interfaces, we will do it in one day. We will in one day add 5-7 EVM networks like BNB, NEAR, and etc. And it will be huge action for all, because it's a totally domination our architecture and other bridges.
Yeah, and especially taking into account how Binance now bans all transfers and withdrawals to Ethereum network. So we'll be a backup solution for everyone.
Yes. So it's about bridge, and in some weeks we will share a description. Now we have only in code and architecture, and description is a big work. What we did. And unfortunately, only people who did it can describe it, because it's 200,000+ code lines.
Of code, yeah.
Yes, lines of code in Rust and in smart contracts. So it's a very big project.
Yeah, Alexander, you remember that's why I'm saying that the bridge is not something simple. So actually, we had a discussion with Alexander about the NFT bridge, and actually building such a solution. So it's not
no,
an
it's
easy task. Yeah.
it's not easy task. It's yes, it's not easy task, but we're ready to supply NFT standards in bridge too. I can provide date when we will do it. I had discussion with Gachko from Grand Bazaar about NFT standards and what we should supply, because it's impossible to supply all standards in NFT, and we will choose what we want to supply.
Yeah. Good. Any questions, guys, please?
Yes, we talk about this, and we have one more problem when we need to connect a bridge with NFT. We had a call yesterday or before yesterday. We all NFT subgov, and Grand Bazaar tried to explain why he chose this implementation without DAO. And Pavel Prigolovka argue a lot with them, and in the end we understand that we have some problem that NFT, it's unique tokens, and we need to when we transfer from Ethereum and FT, we need to do something like certificate what it was transferred. And I think maybe in our call, especially for this question, we can discuss more closely and explain what's this problem, and we discuss how it's possible to resolve with your bridge or maybe with plugins, etc. It's need to discuss.
Let me comment on that.
Yes, please.
I don't see any problem. I mean, they what they did, they thought that there should be requirement from a market that somebody confirms the identity of NFTs, and I explained that it could be done cryptographically. So in that respect, it could be breach as an owner, or say as locked. So you lock it on one end of the bridge, or on another end of the bridge, so no problem with that. So, and the Grand Bazaar agreed that record of the call is available, so everybody can listen it.
Yeah, please, can you please drop a link here in the DeFi group?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so that everyone can talk. Yeah, Alexander, and I remember about your request to have a discussion with the bridge team about the integration, about the potential economics of all this process. So I propose to do this maybe next week. For now, the guys a bit overloaded with the deployment, and I would like at least one person from the technical team to be present at the call as well.
Yes, thank you. It will be neat exactly, and it's better to do early. I mean, it's next week. It's good because now we little bit stopped and think what we need to do in NFTs SubGov. And next step, maybe we need to do additional architecture proposal, especially for DAO, or maybe it's enough. And I think we need first to talk with Bridge team, what you explain now, and discuss how we can connect in this way. And afterward, we will decide in NFT sub-governance what we need to do for next step.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Any other questions on the bridge, guys? So don't hesitate, just raise your hand. Anything you were dreaming to ask but were afraid of? Don't worry, everyone here is your friend. At least until you ask the question. Okay, no one. Let's move to the next topic. Actually, I don't see if Ruslan is here, who asked the questions in the chat. So, but still, I think we need to address those, and they are very good questions. Sergey, would you be so kind to also run through the questions and answer them?
Yeah, sure. Well, what questions?
Yeah, the first question Ruslan asks is, the Alliance plans to hold a series of professional DeFi blockchain events to enhance the reputation of Freeton. And the question is, what events have applicants been submitted for, and what is planned to be done?
Yes, the next conference we will be in Dubai from 9 October to 16 October. And we are sponsor on WoW Summit. We have
WoW Summit,
yeah. We have panel discussion and one slot for meeting, and another conference in Dubai. It will be 10 October. I forgot name. Vladimir, what's name of it?
It's called IMA. It's Alternative Investment Conference. We'll be attending their DeFi versus CeFi section. It's more conference for investors than for blockchain developers, but they were hesitant to listen how we approach the development of DEX and other DeFi instruments. So we decided to go there as well.
Yes, and also we one of the sponsors for Bangladesh conference where Media2 will have a slot, and in Bangladesh we are prepare a program for Olympiad for 1 year, and we will get 30-40 teams from Bangladesh who have a project on Freeton and a series of different lectures and courses.
Thank you, Sergey.
And sorry to interrupt. And there was another one with Sigma coming soon, I think in November.
In November, yeah, in Malta.
Yeah, so. I think it will be the next big one after that.
Yeah, but I'm afraid not everyone from Russia can attend it, unfortunately.
Yes, but who knows? Yes, it's 15th to 19th November. Those who have the passport, the visa,
the right vaccine, I would say. This is now more important than the passport.
Yes.
Okay. And also, we are now with the GDA agency. I would also add preparing the hackathon for North American market, and but it's still in the very draft stage. So when there will be some more details, of course, we will share it. So the second question, it is planned to attract more than 5 cryptocurrency funds by the end of August. And the question is when to expand the first results and information about the funds raised.
Yeah, 2 new funds now in Interval we are testing, and the next funds, and it will be more than 5, will be in October. It's one of our it's one of our goal of why we are moving to Dubai.
Yeah, and actually, I would also add that the main KPI was not the number of funds, but rather the amount of liquidity that is attracted to the Friton. And with this KPI, so we overperformed. And if I'm not wrong, Sergey, what was it? 10 million locked in TVL. And now we have almost 30. So it's a very, very good overperformance. So the third question is that the Alliance has focused its efforts on integration with several major payment gateways and providers. And the question is, what are the gateways and providers? What stage is the integration at?
I will answer only about public integrations. What's did. For example, it's Indacoin. We have some issues with Indacoin because they get a request from legal, and now we are. In second onboarding process, we provided all documents about us, about our companies, and after it, we will return the coin method. And also 5 another providers, not 5, 7 other providers who will support Friton and TIP3 tokens. We are waiting when we will finish Rust Light node for processing. And now it's not in testing, and on the F8 we will integrate it because it's very hard to integrate full node, and there are a lot of issues with it. And so we understood some months ago that the best way is provide light node solution for these gateways.
Thank you, Sergey. Yeah, a lot is in integration, and just to precise.
It's really difficult, guys. It's really difficult to create a new solution in Friton.
Yeah, and also just to understand it correctly, when we are saying about the legal aspects, so actually, as you may know now, the European regulators started the new wave of checking different services linked with cryptocurrency, and now they are strengthening and tightening the control measures, and that's why they requested Indacoin to provide additional information. And they had to temporarily suspend the integration with Friton, but it's technically it's still there, and as soon as we finish with all this paperwork, so it will be back. Okay, and the last question is search for a law firm that will become a legal representative of Friton and a legal consultant for its partners. What are the results for finding a law firm, and when will the name of this company be announced? Maybe I will take on this. So actually, as far as I remember, there was a legal firm that was preparing the position about Friton in US, but we already worked with 2 companies from the DeFi Alliance part to prepare legal opinions for Singapore and Malta. And yeah, Pavel, maybe you have some additional info on this.
I'm not sure that the right question. I mean, Friton is decentralized community, so how can you have a legal firm representing a community? So a legal firm can, some private entity can ask a legal firm to create a legal opinion regarding something. That's probably the correct point, but yeah, but you know better anyway.
Yeah, so I remember the discussion that was, if I'm not wrong, it was more than 6 months ago, and at the end of last year, when we were researching the possibility of a legal representative of Friton, like a legal company that can be a signatory from the Friton side behind different government agencies and whatever. But at least we started with preparing the legal opinions that are required for different exchanges and regulators to and also payment providers. They require this that really facilitates the integration of Friton, because all these guys they do care now about the compliance part.
Yes, and about legal, for example, one of our partners now preparing legal opinion for stablecoin on top of return, and we also will share it, I think. And after it will be more easy for another project to use these papers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wanted to add that I think regarding the last question that actually it's not just a topic for the DeFi Alliance. I think it's a much broader topic for the whole community. So maybe we pass it later on when the foundation website is ready to the foundation level, because I'm sure that a lot of people will have some legal questions and they need one place to go where these questions can be answered. We are still looking for a proper firm to do that. I mean, by we members of team of DeFi Alliance, but by the time the foundation will be ready, the website, I mean, we'll definitely find one or two law firms who will be kind of consultants on behalf of foundation, where any member of Alliance or other subgovernance can come for consulting or legal opinion or whatever question raises. And by the way, we have the same idea for the previous question, for the integration questions. We'll also want to make it kind of part of foundation, because a lot of exchanges and wallets, they share the same kind of questions and they need the same kind of support, and so they also have an ability to go to one place and get all the support needed for integration.
Yep, thank you, Vladimir. Thank you, Sergey. So that's it, actually, those 4 questions that were asked by Ruslan. So if you have anything else, please don't hesitate to ask. So we now have the free flow time. Yes, Alexander, please.
Maybe it's not questions only for DeFi subgovernance. Maybe you saw that Alexander Filatov said that after conference in USA, he realized that maybe we need to change our brand. And because I had more or less the same experience, that I tried to speak with some investor, and they a little bit afraid something from this history with SIC. And I talk after that with some guys from main governance about this case. And for my opinion, I agree that we need some rebranding. What do you think? It's questions to all us who hear in our call.
Yeah, really tempting point. So just please raise your hand just to answer.
I forgot how to do it.
Okay. Let's imagine that you have raised your hand.
Yeah,
Pavel was first to find the button.
Yeah, I mean, I think now everybody understands that there is some problems with that name, and yeah, definitely, I think it should be. I mean, I'm talking about my personal opinion, and of course, it should be my personal opinion that it should be done. I don't think that we should rush with it, because I mean, everybody knows that there is Rust node with new consensus coming out very quickly, because that tests, Rust Cup test, they were aimed at the throughput, and consensus remained untouched in production version of Rust Cup, but there are also that now there are very fast development of new consensus and all concepts which were described in white paper, and it would be quite natural to have some rebranding or a launch at the point when we finally move to another code, that's my view, because it will be very, very strange to do it like in the middle of those processes. That's my view.
Thank you. Now, Vladimir, please.
Yeah, we had this discussion with different members of Alliance and other validators. I think the majority right now thinks it's worth to do, and I share quite the same opinion. But I still think it's we have a decentralized system consensus. We should decide, make decision based on this consensus. That's the first point. The second point, I agree with Pavel that it should be done like in some logical fashion at some point. For example, when we switch to the Rust nodes and when we abandon the kind of code base of Telegram, that's a kind of logical step when it's perfect logical step for rebranding, because we abandoned the code and we changed the name. That makes sense. And my last thought on that is that we have a good example of Polygon, which was rebranded from Matic. And I mean, it worked perfectly, though a lot of people were skeptical about it when it happened. But we have this good example, and that means that we should really think about doing the same. That's my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Vladimir. Stepan, do you want to say something or just raising
I just concur, fully agree.
Okay.
It's actually those comments.
Okay, yeah, I agree with Vladimir. So actually, it is not the right moment to discuss. Yeah, so the necessity needs, so it's raising, and it will just bring a lot of changes in terms of namings and whatever. So everything that is has a name ton in it. So we'll have to think about rebranding as well, and this should be done without a rush, definitely.
Yes, thank you, and I agree. We need the right time for this.
Yeah. Okay, so any other topics, guys, please raise your hand and say. Okay, nothing. Brilliant. Actually, I have one small announcement for the next time. So we will have a very interesting guest for the next time. So I will keep it a secret for now. So just to make every one of you to come for the next call. So please have a nice weekend and definitely come next week.
Sorry, we forgot about one announcement.
Okay.
I think we should to launch a contest for Launchpad in DeFi Self-Governance.
Damn it, Sergey. I wanted to keep it in surprise.
Sorry, but without quest, because DeFi Alliance had communication with minimum 5 teams who are ready to launch to launch Launchpad, sorry, to develop Launchpad on top of Return. And it's a good time for contest.
Yeah, actually, one of the guests will be one of the teams that will definitely participate in such a contest, because they were choosing the right blockchain to build the IDO platform on, and they decided to choose Freeton for this case, and so they will be they've come from a specific industry, so it will be not just generic purpose IDO platform, but rather something specific. And at least let me keep this in secret until the last time to keep in trick. So and they will tell about themselves and what they are going to do. So and I hope that by next Thursday we will just prepare the draft of the contest and hopefully run it next week. Okay, everyone, thank you for coming, and traditionally, so I wait for you next week, and have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.